Here's the tractor. I'm tired of working on Datsuns. I decided to go for something a little more domesticated. By that I mean Ford. A Ford 340B with the loader and a bush hog. It's a 3-liter diesel, power steering. It's got the 6-speed, which is really 3-speed with dual ranges, 3 forward speeds and 2 reverse speeds, and a high and a low. And the high is really flying for, you know, I wouldn't recommend doing that. I tried that once and it was a little too hot. It's got a few issues. It's an old tractor. I don't expect it to be perfect, so I'm working through one thing at a time. I've already, I didn't ask the seller, but I just figured just for the benefit of doubt, I decided to change all the hydraulic fluid. So I put transmission fluid in, which goes in right here. And I put in the rear end fluid, that goes right in there. And there's like fill plugs that you fill to till it runs. And I was using this mobile Delvac tractor fluid. I topped off the power steering. It's got a little bit of a leak. The only issue I have to work out right now is the charging system is a little funky. I don't know what was going on, but the way it was hooked up, the alternator was hooked up. I think this lead right here, this white and red lead, which I think is supposed to go to the regulator, and there's a post on the alternator right here. Well, that was hooked down to the battery positive post. So I don't know why it was done that way. I don't think that's correct from what I was looking at on the manual. It charges like that, and I'm not sure it's charging right now. But the problem with it is, not only did it charge, it also created a parasitic drain that would kill the battery. So if you turn the key off for any length of time, the battery would die. Now, the fellow who sold it to me had a switch to disconnect the negative lead right over here. Right now, I've deleted that switch. I just have those 2 leads clamped together. That's the negative, so it doesn't hurt shorting out against the body. I'm gonna get new battery cables. I'm gonna figure out, and I do know that by having the way it's hooked up right now, it doesn't have any parasitic drain. So that problem is solved. You turn the key off, the battery's disconnected, everything's good to go. But with the other way it was hooked up, the alternator was always, I think the field was always turned on the alternator. I'm not sure. There's been a little bit of strangeness going on with some of the wiring. So, you know, I guess that's just what the nature of the beast with these old tractors. You know, you get people working on them who, you know, they just do their thing. So anyway, I got new engine oil in it. I used a 15W40 T4 Rotella. I used the Delvac mobile for the transmission and the diff. I haven't bothered with the loader yet. The loader has oil that goes right here. And my understanding is there's a filter for the loader right under here. I don't know if you can see that or not. So I'm probably going to have to look into getting a new gasket and filter. I'm going to replace that filter and gasket, put new loader oil in it as well. You know, it'll run for hours without overheating, so it's not a real problem there. I got to get the emergency brake fixed. That doesn't really function. I think those cables must be rotted or rusted out or something like that. So I'm looking to get some cables, either get them made up or try to refurbish those somehow. I want those brakes to work though. But the regular brakes work fine. The power steering works fine. Everything's working like it's supposed to. Oh, the only other thing I have to deal with is, I don't know what happened, but if you take a look at this, well, it's not going to turn on. There's 2 idiot lights. There's an oil light and an alternator light. For some reason, don't ask me why, it looks like somebody did a little strangeness in here and ganged those 2 together. So basically, when those lights come on, they're both being triggered by the oil cylinder, the oil switch, oil pressure switch. So the alternator isn't really registering whether it's charging or not. So I'm going to have to go back and read the wiring diagram and try to figure out what's going on. But there's definitely something going on here. There's some electrical duct tape in here and some strangeness. So I don't know why anybody would bother to wire it so that both lights came on based on the oil sending unit only. But we'll fix that. I'll get that worked out one way or another. It'll be resolved. Yeah, but that's it. I'm having a fun time. I probably bush hogged about at least 10 acres of grass so far with it. And you know, I don't know anything about tractors. I'm not any good at this, so I'm just playing around with it. The loader is going to be for moving some fill dirt around and some low spots in the road out here, so I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to get a load of dirt delivered in about a week. Talk to my neighbor, he's going to get that for me. And that's it. I didn't get any action shots of me driving it today. I was too busy actually cutting, but it is what it is. I'll try to see, look out the window here, you can probably see what I was doing. Hope you can see that. That area all out around there, that's all freshly cut. That looked like that like weed grass. That's about 6 feet, and worse than that really. It was actually quite a bit worse than that. So that was all chopped down. I mean, you couldn't see anything out there. So you can still see a few remnants where I missed a few bits. But my goal was to get all that cut down, and it goes quite a ways back out over that section there too, needs to be dealt with. So we have a lot of grass cutting to deal with. Anyway, that's it for now. Life on the farm. Anyway, gotta have a tractor if you live on a farm. And like I said, the next time I come out here and I do some more bush hogging, I'll get some action shots for you. Thanks for watching. Bye.